Hey fam, Timbo here. And today I'm talking about the movie Missing. Everybody is always saying that January is like the place where movies that aren't typically going to do well get placed. However, that doesn't seem to be the case with this month. If anything, this month has been nothing but
After banger! After banger! After banger!
And Missing fits that bill too. Missing is a mystery thriller as well as an unofficial sequel to the movie Searching, starring John Cho. I say unofficial because this is a new story that follows a completely different cast of characters, one being the character June, played by Storm Reed. This movie, however, is a completely new story that follows Storm Reed's character June as she uses the resources around her to help find her mother, played by Nia Long. This movie does what its predecessor ended up doing by telling an exciting story through the lens of everyday technology, which to me is really interesting. You know, it's a take that really people don't really have, not really many people have done. You obviously you have your found footage recording, you find a tape and there's a demon on it, but I think this is a really cool concept of a movie that not many people have taken the time to capitalize on. So I'm really interested to see, you know, what if more movies will do this in the future. What's really interesting through this movie, while you are inside a computer or a watch or a tablet or whatever, is the way you can still convey emotion through your characters in the film. For instance, June throughout the film is moving her cursor slowly, hesitantly, or she'll write something up and slowly, you know, delete it as one would do when they're typing out a message and they don't know what to say. Another thing that happens in the movie, which is really funny, is whenever they use the reaction from like iMessage, I think that really shows more emotion than probably people know than anything, right? And I do say June mostly because, I mean, the majority of this movie, we are with Storm Reed's character June throughout. I mean, the whole movie. She is the main character. A huge props to Storm. She definitely carried this movie on her shoulders and made me, you know, feel for the character that June and wanting to see her succeed. Another thing they use with technology in this movie that I think was really interesting is how they can kind of explain different characters through the different technology that they use. I really don't want to dig too deep on that just because it could go into spoilers and I don't want to do that. One thing I will say though is I laughed really hard when there was a scene where somebody was using DuckDuckGo as their search engine, and that really highlights the kind of character this person is. With the overall story, it really hits the beats of any nonfiction documentary crime series you can find on your preferred stream. Even during the movie, I was finding notes that reminded me of the documentary Don't Fuck with Cats, a documentary I highly recommend watching if you haven't yet seen it. I mean, they even had the character June in the movie watching crime documentaries on a streaming site, which also references the first movie Searching, which I thought was really cool. People love their true crime, and I feel like this movie delivers on that and then some. And while this movie is an hour and 51 minutes, I feel like they added enough twists and turns in this movie that I did and did not see coming, that kept me engaged enough to really hope that they would spot things that I noticed and also shock me whenever something would turn up that I did not see coming. To sum this up, do I see myself coming back to this movie for a rewatch? Probably not. However, with stories like this, I typically never do. I watch it and I'll remember it and I'll hold it with me. What will stick with me though is the concept of this film. It's a crime mystery movie through the lens of a MacBook or an iPad or an Apple Watch. I really look forward to seeing more things from directors and writers that love this type of, you know, stepping outside of the box and finding a new way to tell a story through different means. Thanks again for coming back, checking out, seeing what I'm talking about. And if you haven't yet, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps me. Obviously this isn't my full-time gig. And if you haven't yet, go back and check out my review of Megan. I'm going to link it right here. You can check it out and see what you thought about it. See what I thought about it. As always, I'm Timbo, and I just talked about that. Peace.